Right, I am back here at the Nose Bookshop and I'm joined by the owner of the bookshop, Eleanor. Hello.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. So you are one of the organisers and the instigators of the Walton Arts Festival. So tell us how the festival first came about.
It came about, I think, because we wanted to do something like larger in the town. There hadn't been the carnival for a couple of years, and there was kind of a gap where we felt like we could do some stuff which would like showcase the local artists, the musicians, and kind of create a special event out of the main season. So in September. I'd heard loads of people talking about the Walton Folk Festival that it was around about 20 years ago, and it was this real kind of moment in the town where the town was full of musicians, and it always happened in September outside of the kind of the main summer holiday season. And it was a chance for sort of people to come to the town and sort of enjoy music in different venues, and it felt like a really special event. So that seed planted in our heads, and it was really then motivated to think, well, maybe we should do a September music and arts festival, and it could be a way of like promoting, showcasing all of the interesting sort of local arts and music communities around here.
And there's so much going on in Walton for such a small place.
There really is. I think we're very lucky to have like pubs and bars which can be like live music and performance venues. So we've got the places like who have regular music events like the Victory, the Bruff and East Coast 5. We do stuff in the Nose Bookshop, which is like more to do with like readings and I suppose performance and storytelling, so a little bit of music. We've got places like the Queen's Head and the Bathhouse that have like regular music slots, places at the Yacht Club too. So actually we've really got places where people have been performing. And of course we've got this amazing place, the Albion, which is an old hotel with a upstairs sprung dance hall. And actually when last year we had Solomon A's who were involved with the festival, and they put on regular like Northern Soul nights up there too. So in a small town we've actually got quite a lot of exciting places which can be used and activated to really good use. And actually that's really why we thought, as opposed to having one central spot, we'd have like a festival that happens throughout the venues in the town over the weekend. So that was the idea around it too.
And how did you come to be in Walton in the first place? How long has the bookshop been open?
I've been open
and
for
what brought
4
you to
years.
Walton?
I've been open for 4 years. I think same as everyone else, I came for the kind of the sandy beaches, the beach huts, to get out of London. I am from Essex, but I've been living in London for a while, and I was attracted to this kind of beautiful stretch of coastline. I love the kind of the diversity of the coast. I love that we have like a seaside, traditional seaside town, which is kind of contrast with the kind of the wild beauty of the Naze. I saw it as a place. I remember when I was growing up in a small town in Essex, there didn't seem to be that much kind of arts and music events going on. So I thought I'd really like to kind of go back to sort of a similar town and be part of like helping fill it with sort of interesting kind of creative activities.
And I think the Nose has really brought change about in Walton. Lots of people have said that I've spoken to today, but by having a hub where people can meet and where people can kind of be enthused by each other has really helped to breed that kind of creativity in the town.
Yeah, I think that there are obviously lots of different hubs in the town, but I think that this one quite specifically has been a place where people can come, and meet each other. And actually I know from having a space a bit like this before, it's often where those, things come out of long conversations with people. It's usually where you decide that you're going to like form a band, or you're going to like be in an art show together, or you're going to start a club which is going to be teaching something. I see it happen all the time, conversations start, friendship form, and before you know it, you've got... and also then the Nose could be a venue to actually it could be like an incubator place. So you can test out your early ideas. And I've really enjoyed helping to facilitate some of that, so it's been good.
And what events have you got planned up coming in the run up to the festival, and then what have you got going on here at the bookshop during the festival?
So we are doing a fundraiser for the storytelling pillar. So an overview of the festival is we've got 4 pillars. We're trying to bring storytelling, music, arts, and stuff for families to the festival.
Yeah.
So the storytelling pillar is going to be based, their fundraiser is in the nose. We did a succession of monthly storytelling cabarets over the winter months here, and they were a real success. Because they brought together fun storytellers, music in front of the fireplace.
Yeah.
It felt very kind of cosy, and so we thought we'd use another one of those as a way of promoting our storytellers at the festival and fundraising for that. And there will be some art workshops as well on the run to the festival that will be encouraging people to join the art competitions. So we've got an A5 art competition. The theme is festivals. There's going to be some workshops which help make kind of costumes and flags and banners for the festival too. We're kind of using it to, and also we're just using it as a place to let people know about the stuff that's going on. And any kind of musicians and artists that tend to come in tend to get kind of asked if they would like to do something in the festival.
Yeah. So if people want to get involved, how can they get involved in the festival itself?
So if you're an artist or musician, you can either come into those and put down your details, but on our website, which is waltonartsfestival.com, we've got a form that you can fill in to register your interest and to suggest something you would like to do. So that would be a really good first point. If you'd like to be involved as a volunteer, we've also got a form on the website too, or you can contact Dawn through the nose, who's organising volunteers that can help us during the festival weekend. You might like to help assist on one of the events or to look after the crowds in the marketplace or down on the beach. And if you'd like to be involved, you could be an artist who wants to show their work in the arts trail. You could be a musician that would like to perform on a stage. If you're a young person, we're trying to do a young person's music stage. So there's lots of ways of being involved with that too. And then you can be involved in the festival for just coming along and taking part. So what we need is, the whole point of the festival is to bring people to the town. So actually we just really appreciate you to come and to actually enjoy the stuff that we're putting on. So come and see our local talent. You can come on Friday night and experience the music. You can come on Saturday and experience the market square and the beaches and the music around the town. And Sunday you can kind of come and listen to music, do the activities on the beach, be involved with some of the events that are happening on the Sunday.
So I am now here in Format Record Shop in Walton on those. I'm joined by Ian. Hello, Ian.
Hi there.
Hello, it's lovely to meet you. So can you tell me a little bit about what you do with regards to the music scene here in the local area and how you're involved in the Walton Arts Festival?
So the Walton Arts Festival, we did it first in 2024, and we had a great group here called Dog Show that we got. They were kind of like 2 poodles dressed in silver suits, and they had a trolley, and we sort of pushed them into the town centre. We were really lucky because they were supporting a band called Henge at Colchester Arts Centre. And then just luckily they could just tack that onto their the night after, and we got them for Walton Arts Festival. So it was a real lucky thing that we got them. But it was a really successful festival, and we had a year off last year, so it's going to be every 2 years. But this year it's shaping up to be, I'm thinking it's going to be a really big deal.
And what events have you got lined up before the festival, and what events have you got going on during the festival?
So we're trying to do a little bit of fundraising for the festival. So we've got on the 22nd of August, we're doing an open mic in Walton at the Tavern, the Walton Tavern. So that's just open to poetry, acoustic, anything anyone wants to do. And hopefully we'll raise a bit more money for the festival that night.
What about during the festival itself?
So there's still a lot of organising going on at the moment. So last time it was lots of live music in different venues in the town. We're going to have live music in the church from Evie Frierson, who's an up-and-coming singer from the area. She's performed at Colchester Arts Centre quite a few times. We're going to have stuff going on in the pubs and hopefully in the market square and outside the pier. So as I say, there's a lot still to be arranged, and we're working hard to try and make it as good as possible. But
how did you first get involved with it?
The whole thing that I've been doing has started after COVID. I initially got involved with, I've always loved music, but I initially got involved with events planning through this little Clacton Arts Centre group that we developed. So we started doing stuff at the Martello Lounge in Clacton monthly. And obviously I just popped into the nose in Walton, the bookshop, because I just thought, looked like a really interesting
Yeah.
creative space. And I've been involved with, you know, things that have been happening there for 2 or 3 years now.
Yeah.
And just find it a really inspiring place. And there's a really good sort of network around the shop of creative people trying to get things happening in the area. It's funny, I mean, Walton, I've lived here in the area a long time, and I always used to find Walton a little bit bland.
Yeah.
But now we've got Format Records, this great record shop.
Yeah.
We've got new places. We've got High Tides, a really cool little cafe. The Nose. So there seems to be more and more East Coast 5.
Yeah.
You know, there's a bit of street art appearing. So I think that the area is becoming much more vibrant.
Yeah. And if people want to get in touch with Clacton Art Centre for volunteering or anything like that, how do they get in touch with you guys?
Probably the best place to look for us is on social media. So we've got like a black and white logo. We're developing a website. So if you want to email us, we're on info@clactonartcentre.org.
I'm joined here outside the Naze Tower. I'm joined by Michelle, who runs the tower. So how long has the Naze Tower been in your family, and how long have you been running it?
Right, so the Naze Tower has been in my family since about 1986, and it was my mum who originally bought the tower, and originally I think she thought about making it into a house, and we originally used to call it Rosemary's Folly, or big beach hut by the sea. Tall beach hut.
A very big beach hut.
But then because it's on public open space, she decided that it would be, and we did moving forward, that it would be better as a public building. It really should be. And also partly because the views from the top are so stunning.
Yeah.
We really should be sharing them, not just keeping them to ourselves. So we really felt it should be a public building.
Yeah.
And we, my background's in art galleries and museums. So it was the perfect combo of art gallery, museum, tea rooms, and also the views from the top.
Yeah, brilliant. And you've got an exhibition happening here at the moment?
So it's our summer exhibition at the moment, and there's over 25 artists in that from East Anglia over the 8 floors inside the tower. So
fantastic! And that's open throughout the summer.
Art. Yeah. It's open until September. So it's there's always lots happening here at the Naze.
Yeah, it's very busy up here today. Well, tell us about your involvement with the Walton Arts Festival. How did you get involved, and what plans have you got for this year?
Okay, so we were involved the other time it was on as well, and we run the teddy bear parachuting for that as well. Yeah. And it is a really good fun event. To be quite honest, it's really fun, and it's good for the people who are doing it, but also to watch. It's surprisingly entertaining to watch. Watching teddy bears parachuting off a tall building. It's absolutely brilliant. When we realised that the festival was running again, we were like, okay, we should probably get the parachutes out, and the teddy bears, and bring it back again. So that's.
And so is the jumps on the Saturday or the Sunday? Yeah,
so it's on Saturday the 19th of September, and we have 2 sessions, one in the morning at 11:30 till 12:30, and then the second section will be 1:30 till 2:30, and there will be 2 lots of jumping. The first lot will go at 12:45, and then the second jump will go at 2:45. Okay. It's such good fun, and we have like prizes as well for things like the most kamikaze teddy bear or soft toy, the furthest distance. So we actually measure them to find out who's the furthest, who's jumped the furthest. Then we've got also like best decorated, because it's a workshop to make your own parachute. Yeah. So it's all for kids. Anyone who wants to have a go though, kids. Families, and it's a drop-in workshop, and it costs £6. So it's meant to be for as many people as possible, really.
So do people need to sign up in advance, or can they just turn up on the day?
No, it is just a drop-in workshop, so it is first come first served, and we just try and do as many as we can. Basically, the more the merrier, really, and hopefully we have lots of brave soft toys.
Brilliant. What else have you got planned here at the tower for the rest of the year and in the future?
Well, we basically will just carry on doing. So we're open till the start of November, the end of the autumn half term. We'll be having a new exhibition for the autumn. Yeah. But we also have got some events happening. We've got the Naze Party, which is happening in the summer,
I'm pretty sure that's on the 16th of August.
Yeah.
And that's the Sunday, the 16th of August. And that's raising money for the Naze Protection Society. And hopefully there'll be some music as well here as well. And that's a big fundraiser for the Naze Protection, which is all about the erosion, which is happening here at the Naze. It's a really big local charity.
Yeah.
And so they need to raise as much funds as possible. But it's a really good day out as well.
Yeah.
But I've got to say, the teddy bear parachute is hard to beat there. Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the work that goes on the Naze here at the moment?
Very luckily, and with a lot of work, we managed to get Crag Walk put in, which is in front of the Naze Tower, which is basically a big rock armour sea defence. Otherwise, the tower was going in the sea before that was put there. So that got put in 2011, which was really important because otherwise the tower wouldn't be here, possibly now, you know. And so that's been done. But the Naze Protection Society have also done a lot of work down the other end of the Naze Tower. Because the cliffs get lower and lower. They've put lots of gabion baskets down there as well. There's about 80 metres of them. Yeah. And that's also protecting the coastline, the land from the sea. Yeah. And is essential too. But obviously all that bit in between is still going back. So it really could do with more protections as well. Yeah. But the Naze Protection Society are very active at the moment.
So it's important to come down here and support them and raise money.
Definitely. Yes. Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, we'll look forward to seeing all the bears parachuting over the tower on the weekend of the Arts Festival. Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you.
Home to the motherland. Home to the motherland, over the hills and far away. Take me home to Angola, home to the motherland.
I'm joined here in the St George's Hall.
That's right.
With Lisa Strong.
That's right.
And we have just heard one of your choir groups singing their lovely songs. Can you tell us a little bit about that choir, what they're called and what you do here?
Yeah, that group is called Women in Harmony of Walton. Walton's Women in Harmony. And we sing a cappella, kind of world music. We don't have any music reading. It's all taught by ear. And it's a really safe space for women, really, to come and share and connect and support each other.
Brilliant. And that's every week?
Every Friday morning, yeah.
Yeah, and how can people get involved with that? Do they just turn up?
They can just turn up. You can just turn up. As long as you're female, you can turn up. And if you want to have a look at the website, I haven't got a website, I've got a Facebook page called Women in Harmony. You can have a look at that. Yeah.
Perfect. And you've got another choir that are involved in the Walton Arts Festival. Can you tell us a little bit about how that choir came about and how you got involved with the festival?
Yeah. So the choir came about because I've always been a singer since I was young. I was in a choir at school, and then I did my degree in occupational therapy, and my last project I did about singing and how it affects families with dementia and the positive impact of singing. And then when I finished the degree, I had a bit of headspace and I thought I'm going to start my own choir, and I did. And that was 2017, I think, or 2018. So it's been going strong since then. 25 people turned up on the first night, and then it kind of went down to about 10 for a little while, and then gradually we built it up, and now we've got about 50 members. And it's a great
And
group,
that's a weekly event?
That's Monday evenings at 7:00,
Yeah, brilliant. And what's your involvement with the Walton Arts Festival?
Well, I've been involved with that because I'm a local, really. And I remember the folk festival when we were kids. I used to be a country dancer. Yeah. I was always the man. But we used to do the country dancing outside the Victory Pub, and it was just good memories for me. And when I heard they were going to kind of resurrect some form of festival, I wanted to be involved. Yeah. My daughter works at the Nose as well and knows Eleanor really well, so I got involved through that for the last one. And I did a few workshops. I did a shanty workshop. I did a African singing workshop. Our choir were involved as well. And this year we're going a bit bigger, and I'm trying to get involved,
And you've got a fundraising event coming up, I believe. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, we're excited to have our concert. We normally have a summer concert. Last year we couldn't have a concert. My son had an accident, and so the concert was cancelled, and it was all a bit dramatic at the time, and the choir were really looking forward to it. So I'm really glad that this year's really positive. My son's doing really well, and the choir are able to say, and they supported me quite a lot through that time as well. Yeah. So it's just a really exciting moment to be able to go back and do our concert, and this time to raise money for a local event.
And when is the concert and whereabouts is it?
30th of July at 6:30 at the big church, All Saints in Walton.
And it's free to attend, but you are collecting money for the Walton Arts Festival.
We are, and we usually get a nice little donation at the end. We don't ask many to come in, but as people leave, we like to just say, could you support us? Yeah. And also we get them involved in the concert, get the audience involved, and we kind of turn them into a little mini choir for a minute, which is always really fun. Yeah.
And the choir are involved in the festival itself as well?
They are. Yes, they are.
What things are you doing as part of the festival?
Well, the choir, I've got another choir in Jaywick as well, and they're going to be joining up together and doing a concert on the Sunday of the festival at the church again. And then I've got another workshop that I'm going to be doing similar to Women in Harmony in the library on the Saturday morning at 10 o'clock. I've also going to have some drumming going on as well. So everything I'm trying to do for music is more community-based. I really enjoy community-based singing and music activities. So they're the kind of things I'll try and bring to the festival, really.
What do you think it is about Walton that makes it so community focused with regards to the arts? Because for somewhere that's quite a small town, there is an awful lot going on with regards to kind of arts and music. And what is it about Walton, do you think, that brings the community together in that way?
I think it's only quite recent that people have actually come out of their shell a little bit. Like, there's lots of creativity hiding in lots of corners of Walton, but having something like this to create the hub, and the Nose has really been a hub for creative people to be able to come out and express themselves and be okay with just, this is me and this is what I do, and everyone's been appreciating that. And I think Walton is a quirky little town, and it's a seaside resort, so the winter months are sleepy, and that's the time that you can hibernate and get creative maybe, and then summertime we'll come out with all of our exciting activities, and here we are with the festival.
Do you have any plans with the choirs for the future? Anything coming up later in the year?
Yes, I do actually. I've got my first ever choir festival event, which I'm really excited about. I'm nervous but excited, and it's really bringing together local choirs in the area to try and really showcase the health benefits, mainly because that's my bag really, health benefits of singing. So I've got lots of local choirs joining in. It's the 17th of October in the Columbine Centre. So I'm trying to use a very underused building venue as well, to bring together lots of different choirs to share each other's music and appreciate each other and just see what's out there. So if you're a singer that wants to, or even not a singer, there's lots of different types of singing that you could see there, and hopefully you might join.
Brilliant. And all the details of that will be on your Facebook page?
Yes, they will.
So I am joined here in the Nose bookshop in Walton on the Naze by people from the Tendring Writers Group.
I'm Steve Gregory, writer. I'm trying to get a podcast together for creative writers in the Tendring area. I'm doing marketing for the festival, but I'm also trying to storytell as well.
Okay.
I'm Faye. I'm also working with Steve on the Creating Writers podcast, and on the festival team, the Walton Arts Festival team, really. We're involved in the stories team and the families, and the fundraising side,
Hiya, so I'm Mer Richardson, I'm a storyteller. I'm also on the stories team and helping out with fundraising for the festival as well.
Okay, great. So can you tell us a little bit about the events that you will be running as part of the Walton Arts Festival?
One of the members of Tendring Community Writers wrote a book about Walton women, and we've selected 5 of those women and we've written monologues for them, and we hope to attract actors to come and perform those monologues at various points around the town that reflect the activities that they were involved in. So one of them is one of the original TV fitness presenters, and we hope to find somebody that can do her work on the beach in front of these people. We also have a witch, a woman who worked with Florence Nightingale, a woman who was making munitions for the First World War, and one of the first professional golf women. And all of these have a Walton connection.
Brilliant. And so those monologues will be taking place in different locations?
In different locations around the town. We'll be doing like a historical walk, so we take them to appropriate locations that reflect what they were doing and who they were interacting with.
And what about other events that are happening with you guys over the weekend?
So we're hoping to take over a space with the East Anglian Folklore Centre. So they'll be running, it's called a play in place, which is like a medieval mock-up of a medieval square. So there'll be singing and stories and different activities for kids. Gemma from the Folklore Centre is making a life-size effigy of St Osyth out of straw, along with some others. So they'll be bringing that. They're doing that for St Osyth Summer Sounds and for other events in the area. So they'll be bringing those to Walton Arts Festival as well. And she's also going to be running a young town criers competition on the Saturday morning. And then the winner of that competition will be announcing our events throughout the weekend.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, so that's with the East Anglian Folklore Centre?
Yes, that's the East Anglian Folklore Centre.
Yeah, which is based in Colchester, I believe, isn't it? The Minories.
That's right, yeah. So they're organising all of that.
Okay, brilliant. And how did you guys first become involved? Faye, how did you become involved in the Walton Arts Festival?
Well, I came across the Nose Bookshop quite a few years ago when it first came to Walton, and started collaborating with the Nose to set up Tendring Community Writers Group, and we've worked as a team really from then, and helping out with the first Walton Arts Festival. I think that was it last year or 2 years ago now? 2 years ago now. So it's really exciting to be getting everybody together again, creating new stuff, getting the community engaged again really.
And tell us a little bit more about the Tendring Writers Group. How did that first come about?
Well, I just made up some posters, and Eleanor invited a few people to come. We set a date to meet here one Saturday, and 15 people turned up the first time.
Oh, brilliant.
And then we just started having monthly meetups, and then I connected with a few other writing groups that already existed across Tendring, like in Manningtree, in Brightlingsea, Colchester as well. Would go to events, and it just went in from there really.
So can you tell us about the fundraising event that you are putting on the 24th of July? It's called Out of the Blue. Tell us a little bit more about that.
So it's based off a story cabaret that we hosted here at the Nose already earlier on this year, and now we've got a really good format. We've got great storytellers coming along. It will be a night of fun stories, performances, a little bit of music as well.
And that's here at the Nose Bookshop?
Here at the Nose Bookshop, yeah. So we'll have Stephen Foster Pilkington, Katie Bingham Best, Nancy Stevenson, who wrote the Beach Hut people. Who else? We've got Yuma,
Jerry Donlan.
Yeah, Jerry Donlan from Bards Aloud from Ipswich as well, who's an excellent storyteller. There's going to be all sorts of new stories and old stories as well.
So I'm joined here at the Essex Wildlife Trust Naze Discovery Centre. I'm joined by Kay. Thank you for talking to me. So you're having a 10th anniversary party. Can you tell us?
Yes, so we're celebrating our 10th birthday on the weekend of the 19th and 20th of September this year. On the Saturday of that weekend, we are having more of an educational day when we are trying to offer EWT's remit of engaging people and nature, whatever form that may take. So that might be you're going out litter picking, you're going to be a volunteer in one of the reserves, you could just access nature just for your own pleasure, for your own benefit. Just lots and lots of different ways you could go and work with conservation as a conservation volunteer. So lots and lots of ways that people can just access nature, because it is part of EWT's mission by 2030 to have 1 in 4 people in Essex pledging to take action for nature. So this is a way of trying to make that happen.
And do people need to kind of sign up for those kind of events, or can they just turn up on the day?
I just want people to be able to drop it in.
Yeah.
Because I have found that there are some groups of people who think you need to pay to access nature. I have got a paid fossil hunt activity going on, but apart from that, all the talks here will be free.
Okay.
And I've got a range of people from the warden of Hampford Water to the lady that's in charge of seagrass restoration, Rachel Barford from the Walton Woolies, so even just litter picking as well.
So it's a great opportunity for people to find out more about the groups that are working in this area.
To get them to know the Naze as well.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of people who discover the Naze for the first time, and they've been holidaying here for years. Or they've even lived here for years.
Yeah, just never come this far up the road.
And it's sort of only a 20-minute walk from
it's a revelation to them.
And it is, and it's a revelation, and it's just so beautiful.
Yeah. And on the Sunday, what have you got planned for the Sunday?
On the Sunday, it's going to be more of a party. So I have got Samantha Bubb booked and Hoy Boy booked for some sea shanties.
Yeah.
And I am hoping to work with Eleanor from the Nose, because she's been talking about maybe we're going to have a dog show here,
lovely. Love a dog
which
show.
would be great. So I'm just waiting to hear from Eleanor about having the dog show up here, which will be a lot of fun. So I am working with Eleanor to see what else we can do.
Yeah. But so if people want to look up what's happening here at the Naze, they can go on your website to do it?
Go onto EWT website, find your way to the Naze, and then everything is on there. And our party will be on there as soon as we can get our heads together.
Brilliant. And
what
kind of events have you got going on over the school holidays?
So that will be with education. So that we have got things such as fossil hunting and such like. The Kite Festival we've got on the 25th, 26th of July.
Yeah.
So we have East Anglian Kite Flyers. Will be here with their super duper enormous kites. We are also running kite making in our education room. That's a bookable event. So running, we've got Birds of Prey coming up. We've got pottery workshops, cyanotype workshops. I think we've possibly got a sea glass workshop coming up as well. So all of these things are on our website.
Yeah. So lots happening over the summer.
Lots and lots happening over the summer, yes.
And obviously if people just want to come down, it's a great place to come and have an ice cream and go for a walk.
It is a
and you've got the Discovery Centre here, lots
so
of information about the Naze, and people can just come in.
They can, yes. Yeah. So we've got, to help those people who are fossil hunting, we've got a display cabinet with a whole range of fossils that have been found here. Obviously, the big draw is shark's teeth hunting. What I would say to people is be very aware of the tides. We always have the tides printed up here because you can't access the beach 2.5 hours either side of high tide.
Yeah.
Best time to come shark hunting for shark's teeth is as the tide is receding, because you'll be the first ones there.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us, and we look forward to coming to your birthday party.
Thank you very much.
I am back here in the Nose bookshop, and I'm joined by Jane Stewart. Hello, Jane. Hello. So you're a local artist working in the Walton area.
I am.
Can you tell us a little bit about your background, what it is that you do, and how you first got involved with the Walton Arts Festival?
Yeah, well, obviously I come in the Nose quite frequently because it's the local hub. So, and as I live here, I just sort of, got involved that way really through knowing people. I'm an artist. I live in Walton, and I work with a lot of environmental projects with all sorts of different community groups. Last year I ran the Dolphin Derby, which was a bit of a take on the Donkey Derby of days of old, and it had kids dressed as seahorses and jellyfish all running up and down the beach.
Brilliant.
Which it educates them about what's out there, and how to look after it, but also it was good fun. So so this year I thought I'd try something slightly different. And we're going to be doing the Shoebox Carnival instead, hopefully on the Sunday.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Well, the Shoebox, it was actually inspired by the Petite Parade in Mardi Gras in New Orleans. And basically, instead of having a full-size float, the floats will be made of a cardboard box. So either a shoebox or an Amazon box, nothing too large. And yes, so you can decorate it, and the theme is under the sea. So there's all sorts of scope there for people to do whatever they like, from Barbie mermaids to yellow submarines to whatever takes fancy. And then you just sling some wheels on it, bit of string, and then join us for the carnival on the afternoon of the Sunday.
Brilliant. Do people need to sort of sign up in advance, or can they just make
bring
their float
your float down to the bathhouse meadow? We will be judging the certain criteria for best floats. And also feel free to dress up as whatever sea creature you like. We will have spare costumes should they be required. So,
and what other events are going on?
Oh, there's so much going on. On the Friday night, there is the old school disco train will be coming in. That is organised by the Essex and South Suffolk Community Rail Partnership. And so there's going to be a disco train coming all the way from Colchester. You can buy tickets either from Colchester or from Walton and go into Colchester to come back again.
Yeah.
We have a DJ on board, and there is a charity cash bar. And from there we'll process down, following the DJ like the Pied Piper of Hamelin, down to the tavern where there's going to be a proper disco happening, you know, real old school. And I think once again kind of encouraged to dress up.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know, are you an ABBA fan or were you a raver or what, you know, what kind of thing? So,
Brilliant. And tell us about your work, your art, and what it is that you do.
Well, I currently have an exhibition at the Martello Tower, which is called Waste.
Yeah.
And that will be moving on to the Museum of the Environment over in Ipswich at the beginning of August.
Okay.
And it is basically looking at waste, really. A lot of the work that I make is made out of stuff that I found on the beach.
Yeah.
Rope, plastic, you know, all that kind of thing. I used to teach scuba diving many years ago, and so for me, obviously, protecting the sea and looking after this amazing asset is very important.
Yeah.
So, so that's kind of where my art practice follows. But I do loads of work with community groups, all sorts of things.
Yeah.
And
have you got any other events coming up outside of the Arts Festival? Have you got any other exhibitions or anything planned?
Yeah, the exhibition called Reform. So it is reforming waste into something else. That is going to be at the Museum of the Environment in Ipswich, and it opens on the 7th of August.
Brilliant. And if people want to find you, what's their best bet? Is it your website?
Yeah, my website is www.janestewartartist.com, or you can find me on Instagram at janestewart.art.